Right now, 64 million Americans co-own a home with someone they are not married to. That is a huge chunk of people skipping the wedding ring but jumping straight into a 30-year mortgage. But before you split a down payment with your best friend or your partner, listen to this. A shocking 45% of unmarried couples who bought a house together have major regrets about their purchase. Welcome back, friends. Ex-Money Lab here. Teaming up to buy property can legitimately slash your housing costs by 40 to 60% per bedroom. But without the automatic legal safety nets of a traditional marriage, you could be walking blindfolded into a giant financial trap. So, is co-buying a genius real estate hack to build wealth? Or just a really expensive way to destroy a relationship? The real numbers are going to blow your mind. 1. The financial appeal. Listen to this. 17% of Generation Z homebuyers are now unmarried couples taking the real estate plunge together. That makes them the largest demographic of unmarried co-buyers out of any generation alive today. They are not waiting for a marriage certificate to start building wealth. And honestly, can you blame them? The traditional American dream of buying a house solo is ridiculously expensive right now. So, young buyers are treating real estate like a startup business. They are finding co-founders. In fact, 31.5% of all United States home purchases currently involve co-buyers. That is nearly 1 in 3 houses sold to people pooling their cash just to get a foot in the door. Let us break down the exact math of why this is happening. Imagine you are trying to save up a 20% down payment on a standard house. Let us call it $80,000. If you are saving on a single income, that could take you a decade of strict budgeting, 0 vacations, and way too many instant noodles. But if you team up with a roommate, a sibling, or a partner, your individual burden suddenly drops to $40,000. You just cut your waiting time in half, meaning you stop paying your landlord's mortgage and start paying your own years ahead of schedule. And that urgency to stop renting is the real driving force here. According to the National Association of Realtors, the median net worth of a homeowner is an unbelievable 40 times higher than that of a renter. 40 times! Every single month you write a rent check, you are practically putting your cash into a paper shredder. Renting is a financial treadmill. You sweat, you pay, you go absolutely nowhere. Homeownership is an escalator, but the ticket to get on is expensive. Co-buying is simply splitting that ticket price so you can both ride to the top. Plus, when you combine 2 incomes, the banks look at you differently. You can suddenly qualify for a much larger loan. That means you are not stuck buying a rundown shack in the middle of nowhere. You can actually afford a property in a great neighborhood, maybe even a place with an extra bedroom to rent out, and offset your costs even further. On paper, it looks like the ultimate financial cheat code. You get the equity, the stability, and the massive net worth boost, all for half the price. But what happens when real life hits? 2. The hidden legal traps. Did you know that an incredible 96% of co-buyers require professional legal help just to draft their ownership agreement? That is because standard marriage laws offer absolutely 0 protection when you buy a house with a friend, a roommate, or an unmarried partner. You are stepping into a legal minefield, completely blindfolded. Let us start with the biggest trap. When you sign a mortgage together, you are both legally on the hook for the entire debt. It is called joint and several liability. If your best friend loses their job, packs their bags, and stops paying their half, the bank does not care about your friendship drama. They expect you to cover the full monthly payment. If you cannot afford it by yourself, they will foreclose on the house and destroy your personal credit score right alongside theirs. Then there are the financial skeletons hiding in the closet. A shocking 27% of co-buyers discovered hidden financial issues about their partner only after closing on the house, like massive amounts of secret credit card debt. Your perfectly reliable roommate can turn into a huge financial liability overnight. But the ultimate real estate nightmare is the breakup. When a married couple divorces, a family court judge steps in to fairly divide the assets. When unmarried co-buyers inevitably split, there is no automatic legal referee. Imagine you want to move across the country for a dream job and sell the house, but your co-owner refuses to pack up and leave. You are trapped. You cannot force them to sell without an incredibly expensive and messy legal battle called a partition lawsuit. You will end up paying lawyers to force a court-ordered auction, eating up every single dollar of equity you built together. You are literally chaining your entire financial future to someone else without a safety net. 3. How to protect yourself. So, how do you stop a real estate dream from turning into a courtroom nightmare? You have to become your own legal referee before you even touch a house key. Since you lack the built-in safety net of marriage laws, you must build your own parachute. Your very first layer of armor is decided at the title company. This is where you declare exactly how you hold the deed. You are staring down two main options, and picking the wrong one could accidentally hand your life savings to someone you despise. First up, joint tenancy. This is the classic setup where you both own the property equally. It is a strict 50-50 split, no matter who paid more up front. The biggest feature here is the right of survivorship. Imagine the worst happens, and your co-buyer passes away. With joint tenancy, their half automatically and instantly transfers to you. No probate court, no fighting greedy relatives. You just own the entire house. For a committed couple, this is usually a no-brainer. But what if you are buying a duplex with your old college roommate or your brother? You probably do not want your buddy inheriting your half of a massive asset instead of your own family. That is exactly where the second option, tenancy in common, swoops in. This is the ultimate customizable flex for friends and business partners. Unlike joint tenancy, you do not have to split things straight down the middle. If you put down 70% of the cash and your buddy scrapes together 30%, you legally own 70% of the property. It is totally proportional to your investment. Even better, there is no automatic right of survivorship. If you pass away, your 70% share goes directly to whoever you named in your will. Your family gets your money. But be incredibly careful. If your co-buyer dies, their share goes to their heirs. You could wake up tomorrow and find out your roommate's wildly irresponsible cousin is now your legal co-owner. That terrifying scenario is exactly why picking a title is just the appetizer. The real meat and potatoes of protecting yourself is drafting a brutal, ironclad co-ownership agreement. Think of this as a real estate prenuptial agreement on steroids. Do not just download a free template off the internet and cross your fingers. You need an airtight document outlining what happens when life goes completely sideways. The single most critical section is your exit strategy. People change, jobs move, relationships end. You have to establish the rules of the breakup while you still like each other. If your friend suddenly wants to move, can they force a sale? You need a strict buyout clause. Typically, this gives the person staying the right of first refusal, meaning they get the first chance to buy the leaving partner out. But how do you agree on the price? Your agreement must state that you will hire an independent appraiser to determine fair market value. No guessing, just hard math. You also need a timeline. If the remaining partner wants to buy them out, do they have 60 days to secure financing? What if they cannot get a new loan? Then you must agree on a forced sale timeline where the property hits the open market. Furthermore, you must script out the financial disaster scenarios. What happens if your partner gets laid off and misses a mortgage payment? Does the bank just foreclose? Your agreement needs to state whether you will front the cash. If you do, that money is not a gift. It should be classified as a formal loan with interest, or dictate that their ownership percentage officially drops every month they cannot pay. Finally, outline the daily grind. When the water heater explodes at 2 in the morning, who pays the plumber? How do you split a $10,000 bill for a new roof? If one wants to install luxury marble countertops, but the other is happy with cheap laminate, who covers the renovation? If you hash out every single one of these awkward what-ifs with a real lawyer before signing the mortgage, you are golden. You lock in the massive wealth-building benefits of co-buying while bulletproofing your financial future against the unknown. 4. Smart or risky move. So, we reach the ultimate verdict. Is co-buying a house with someone you are not married to a brilliant financial hack or a complete disaster? The truth is, it is the most polarizing financial move you can make. It is either a catastrophic disaster or an absolute masterstroke of wealth building, with zero middle ground. If you do this based purely on trust, good vibes, and a handshake, you are making a monumentally stupid decision. Assuming your romance or your friendship will easily survive, the brutal stress of homeownership is how you end up broke and in court. According to recent data, a staggering 96% of co-buyers end up needing professional legal help with their agreements, precisely because handshake deals blow up in their faces. But if you flip the script, if you step into this transaction completely devoid of emotion and treat your partner like a ruthless business associate with ironclad, legally binding paperwork, it becomes an incredibly smart move. Why? Because the financial payoff is simply too massive to ignore. Let us look at the hard math. The median net worth of a homeowner is approximately 40 times higher than that of a renter. 40 times! That is generational wealth you are missing out on while paying someone else's mortgage. Young people are waking up to this reality fast. 17% of Generation Z homebuyers are now unmarried couples, making up the highest share among all generations. They are looking at sky-high rent prices and realizing that teaming up is their ultimate cheat code to start building equity early. Overall, nearly 31.5% of all home purchases in the United States currently involve co-buyers. The market is shifting, and the traditional path of waiting for a wedding ring to buy a house is becoming obsolete. You just have to play the game defensively. Think of the paperwork not as a lack of trust, but as the ultimate insurance policy for your relationship. You set the absolute worst-case scenario rules in stone on day one, lock them in a drawer, and then you get to actually enjoy the house and each other's company. You become a homeowner on your own terms. Treat your friends like corporate rivals on paper, so you can actually stay friends in the living room. If this video saved you from a real estate disaster, hit that like button and subscribe to X Money Lab for more brutal financial truths. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a perfectly good cigar getting cold.